Today I'm going to start adding patina to the Moped. Alright, I am working on taking this gray Moped and painting it a faded blue with some patina, similar to my t-shirt. I do want to have some rust spots on here. It does have a little speckle of rust here and there, but I want to add some more. So first, what I'm going to do is just draw in some rough ideas. I don't want to have a lot of rust, but I want to see what it's going to look like. Then I'm going to take it outside because I need to sand the entire body to get it ready for painting. But the spots that I want with the patina and the rust, I'm actually going to sand down to the metal. Then I'm going to clean it. I'm going to sand it a couple of different grits, clean it really well, and then I'm going to come back in and soak the rust or the metal spots in mixtures of vinegar, salt, water, hydrogen peroxide. I've got 3 different mixtures that I'm going to try out and experiment with today. Let those soak for about an hour and see what we've got. Alright, in designing this, I looked at a couple of photos just for reference, and it seems like it's definitely these flat spots where the water can pool and sit, or snow. All of this stuff just kind of washes down here and then sits. So this is definitely going to be some of the rustier areas. And then there's some ridges along here, and there's this surface. So any of these that are sticking out, I want to have a little bit of rust along these edges, and then some just throughout here. Just some small patches. Maybe even just sand this back a little bit, was already there. And what I do plan to do is, I'm probably going to make these bigger, because then what I plan to do is paint some dingy white over some of the rust so you can see the rust underneath, and then come back with the coats of light blue paint. So it's going to be rust, white, and then different shades of blue, the weathered blue. So that is what I'm going for. I'm gonna sand the entire bike to get it ready for painting, but these spots I'm going to take down to bare metal. Okay, the spots that I want to take down to the metal are roughed in. So next I'm going to go outside, spray down the bike with some degreaser, get that wiped off, and then go back with rubbing alcohol and clean that up. Then I'm going to sand down the spots that I want. Once that's done, I'm going to go back over the entire bike with a couple of different grits of sandpaper and get it prepped for painting. This is gonna be kind of a fluid project. I have these lines just as a starter, and I'm starting with the rust because I'm going to be soaking it in vinegar and this stuff, but I'm also starting with the rust so that if I do a little too much, I can just bring some white paint over, mix that in with the rust, and kind of adjust it, and then adjust it again with the blue paint. bike is all sanded down. The bare spots are ready to go. So for this experiment, I have vinegar and water 1:1 and half of salt. I believe that's going to be the weakest. And then I have vinegar and salt 1:1, and then vinegar and hydrogen peroxide, and it's 4 parts vinegar, 1 part hydrogen peroxide, and then half of a part of salt. And the reason I did these 3 is that I want to see if it's going to cause different patina effects. Because, like, for example, I would like this to be lighter through here and then be able to have it be heavier here. So hopefully with these 3 I can control the patina a little bit. So what I'm going to do is dip paper towels in these solutions and then lay them on top of the bike and let them sit for an hour. So for right now I'm going to soak these and try to soak these and use different solutions. This is the vinegar to water 1:1 with some salt, and this is just vinegar and salt. Okay, and then for the 4 parts vinegar to 1 part hydrogen peroxide, I don't know how well this is going to stay on. I'm going to let this sit for an hour and we'll see what happens. Alright, it has been an hour, so kind of interested to see what's happening. This is the vinegar and water solution with some salt. You mean, I know it's going to be a slow process, but I actually can see a little bit of rust. I'll show you guys. And then this is the vinegar. Hey, you're ruining the review. This is the vinegar and salt. Just vinegar, 1 part vinegar, 1 part salt. That's definitely bubbly. Not much going on. And then this is the 4 parts vinegar to 1 part hydrogen peroxide and salt. That's starting to look good. I can definitely add more, but all these scratch marks just look like sand marks, so something I learned. I'm gonna have to go back and just smooth that out. Alright, so yeah, the vinegar and water with some salt definitely worked. And what I like about this is that there's 3 different recipes. And then there's also the factor of time. I could probably leave this on overnight if it's water and vinegar and not worry too much about it. It's not a super fast effect. But it is interesting to see the outcomes and see what's happening so far. I have to go back and smooth out some of this so the scratch marks are gone. I have to do a little bit more of the detail of that. But then I think what I'm going to do is just do this side first, let that get set up, flip the bike up, do this side, and then do the other side. So 3 sides. And hopefully I can get the rust to look similar. I want the bike to be aged, as one. I don't want a lot of rust and then a little bit of rust. But I think this is a good solution. It's doesn't smell terrible, so that's great. So I'm going to keep working on this, and then next week I'll show you guys what I've got.